I wanted to log a thought because the point of this channel originally is like that story in the Bible of Jacob wrestling with an angel all through the night, and then the angel blessing Jacob because Jacob never stopped wrestling with the angel. Okay? And so the wrestling continues. I'm watching all these near death experience stories, and I feel pulled to look at like the hell part. I'm like, heaven, it's nice to hear about, but I need you to explain to me what you guys are seeing when you are seeing hell. Like, I need you to describe for me your experiences. Now, I am listening to your experiences not as descriptions of terrain, the same way that a person can look at a part of the world and be like, we all see that Mount Everest is there because it's there in this physical terrain. It is common experience. It cannot be lied about because anyone with physical eyes can go and see the mountain called Everest, and anyone with a physical body, whether they're human or dog or bird, they would have to encounter an uphill climb when they reach those coordinate points because there's a mountain there. They would not be experiencing like a plateau or a level field because there's a mountain there. Like, that's reality. Physical reality has that quality of this is the same thing that's going to be perceived by everybody. Like, that's how we say that's why we say it's real. When people are giving me stories of their experiences, I'm like, I know that you experienced something that is real. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's actually something that is necessary for everyone, or if it's because your subconscious was, the word in my mind is like inundated, you know? I don't know if your subconscious was filled with the ideas from the Bible, and therefore, upon death, your mind, having been filled with ideas from the Bible, will give you ideas from the Bible. Because my question is, Robert Monroe and his descriptions of out-of-body experiences that he had while living, that he trained himself to be able to experience like on call, like ON space CALL. That's the that thing is happening again, where it's like I have my thought about what I'm trying to say, but then there's like awareness of some minds now like reacting to what I'm doing with my mind, and I'm like hearing their activity and like the different meaning that they're doing, and I'm like, that's what is that? Like, I hear you like thinking about me and like reacting to me. I don't know who you are, but I hear it, and I'm like, whatever you're doing is not what I'm trying to talk about, and I don't like that my words and my language, in a way, in order to kind of like, there's no order. I'm not doing it on purpose. My words and my language can, like saying on call, that's like a strange phrase for me to use. There's a different way to say it. But because I'm sensing the activity of some other mind reacting to what I'm doing, it comes out that way because I'm describing the nature of what someone else is doing or being a function of. Like, someone is on call the way that doctors are on call. But the thing that really came to mind was pastors being on call, or pastors receiving the call, which is what they call when a pastor gets like a pastor experiences subjectively as if like the subjective experience a person has that makes them feel like God is calling them to be a pastor of people, to bring them to safety and well-being, which is what God is supposed to be. Okay? And I'm like, on call, like some pastor is on call the idea was like the original feeling that I just had when I started sensing that, like, I'm like sensing the activity of some other mind, whether it's a human being somewhere in the world who's a pastor, being like, wait a second, like, this consciousness in existence is once again like spewing her objections, and as a pastor of God, I need to reach her, or God is calling me to like take action to answer her like objections, because God is real, and although her objections are like founded in her genuine like confusion and questioning what's happening because she wants to be safe, God's nature is such that it's seen as a violation against his laws, and I need to do my job as a pastor to pray for her, to pray like answers at her so she can get them, so she can like stop having objections, because her like the thing that's confusing her, the thing that's causing her blah 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 blah, would like be neutralized, and therefore, and so I'm like, right, but like I get that, but I'm like, let me be real. I'm like, nah, it just sounds like your like higher dimensional all powerful being is calling you, his worker pastor, to like do action in response to my objections and my logic and my thinking,